Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make multi-purpose liquid soap, which is very interesting, easy to make, and is going to benefit you a lot at home. You can use this liquid soap to wash your dishes, wash your car. You can even use it to wash your clothes, mop the floor of your house. You can use it to do a lot of things around the house. I want to get right into showing you how to make this multi-purpose liquid soap. I spent 5,500 Naira and that got me 20 liters of multi-purpose liquid soap. So let's get right into making the soap. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Welcome to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do that right now so we can get started. You can get chemicals from any chemical shop around you. I got this from a market close to me. And once you tell them the quantity of liquid soap you want to make, they will give you the appropriate quantity of chemicals you need to make it. The first chemical you saw now is Nitrosol. This is soda ash, which is very good for removing stains. You will also need caustic soda. I'm going to put all the ingredients with their measurement in the description box. This is STPP. Texapon. This is a foaming agent and it looks like jelly. SLS, also commonly called rice because it has the shape of rice. Then this is foam booster to help your soap lather well. Next is sulphonic acid, and finally I have color. I chose yellow. You can use your preferred color and fragrance. I also have fragrance. I chose lavender. And of course, you need a nose mask to do this job. Remember, you're going to be working with chemicals, and of course, try to protect your hands with gloves. This is a 20-liter bucket and I have 20 liters of water here. So to start, I'm going to take out 4 liters of water from the 20 liters of water and set it aside. I'm going to start working with the remaining 16 liters. So in the 16 liters of water, we're going to be adding the first chemical, which is Nitrosol. What they do at the chemical shop is that they number each of the chemical in the order they're going to go into water. So Nitrosol is labeled 1, followed by soda ash, caustic soda, like that. The order in which I showed you the chemicals early on is the same order they're going to go into water. So having added Nitrosol, we're going to stir this until it dissolves completely. Thankfully, it doesn't take long. That is properly dissolved, so we add the second chemical, which is soda ash. As soon as it goes in, we continue to stir. It is very important to stir these chemicals properly so they are properly dissolved and work really well together. At this time, I'll add the caustic soda. The two go hand in hand. That's the soda ash and caustic soda. Don't forget to keep stirring to ensure that all the chemicals are properly dissolved. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now so that you do not miss out on all the amazing videos I'm going to be sharing. After stirring this well, it's time to set these aside and introduce the 4 liters of water we saved the other time. And into that, I'll be adding the STPP. Followed by SLS, that's the one that looks like rice. Just make sure to follow this order and everything will go well. Now Texapon will follow. That's the one that looks like jelly. Once you're done adding all of that, it's time to start stirring. I should mention that it's best to use a wooden spatula for stirring all of these chemicals. If you look closely, you will see that chemical that looks like rice. You can see the particles in the water. This chemical needs to dissolve completely before we go on to the next step. It can take a bit of time, but just continue to stir, and before you know it, everything would have dissolved. It looks good, so it's time to add the foam booster. If you're enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up and also leave a comment. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. The foam booster is in, so we'll continue to stir. You see, this mixing, apart from adding the chemicals in the right order, is very important in soap making, because you don't want to end up with liquid soap where you have lumps and then you have some with the right consistency. So be patient and everything is going to come out fine. This is looking good, so it's time to combine both. That's the one with the 16 liters of chemical and the one with 4 liters of chemical. I'm going to be doing this gently. At this time, you will see that there's going to be a lot of reaction. The liquid will start to look will start to thicken and it will be foaming a lot. At this point, you will notice that the quantity has increased because of all the chemicals I added. I knew at this point that everything will not fit into this bucket, so I had to ask for a bigger bowl to put everything in it and to also enable me mix it well. So while waiting, I had to pour out some into a bucket so everything doesn't start pouring away by the time I add the sulfonic acid. Making your own multipurpose liquid soap at home is so rewarding, and you will not believe the quantity you will get for the amount spent. I mean, spending 5,500 to get this quantity that will last me for months, if not close to a year. You can even share with your loved ones, make it as souvenirs for parties. You can put your label on it and even sell. Now look at the amount of foam we have here. At this point, I had to tell them to hurry and bring the bigger bowl so that this doesn't just start pouring away. But then I added the fragrance. And remember, for everything you add, you have to stir. So I'm doing this very carefully. So don't be like me. When you're ready to make yours, make sure to get a container that is big enough to take more than the quantity you have in mind to make, so that by the time you add all the chemicals and the quantity increases, the container should still be able to fit in everything. And lastly, I added the color. Finally, they brought the big bowl and I had to transfer everything in there so I can mix properly. And this is the one I told you I took out so it doesn't start pouring away. So don't worry, it's still the same thing, the same quantity. I just took some out to avoid it pouring away from that bucket, which was small. So now I'm able to mix properly. Look at that thickness, look at that color, which is so beautiful. Now we're going to just cover it and let it sit for at least 48 hours. That's when you'll be able to put your hand in it, and by then all this foam would have settled. 48 hours later, this is what we have. The color, I love it. It is so thick, all the foam has gone away and this looks so good, so thick. And I need to mention that it smells really nice too. I absolutely love the fragrance, but like I said, you can choose whatever fragrance that you like. Look at how thick it is. Now tell me which liquid soap you will get in the market that you will see this thickness. You all know what is going on in Nigeria presently now, so if you can make these at home, I believe that it is going to do you a lot of good. I bought each of these bottles at the chemical shop for 180 Naira. It has a lid for dispensing liquid soap and it is really cute and very nice. You can even put your label here and sell it if you want. You can make a lot of money from these, I tell you. That funnel was taking too much of my time, so I thought to pour directly. At this point, you can store in the dispensers. You can add the bulk of it in a jerrycan. I was determined not to buy a jerrycan because I have one at home, but something is in there which I plan to pour out and transfer these into it. So you can store these in a jerrycan and you can always pour from there into your dispensers. And this is just me trying to show you how much lather these foams. I didn't put any liquid soap in this bowl, just the remnant that I had from making the soap, and look at how foamy it is. If you find this video useful, please share with others so they can learn too and save some money. And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not done that already. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you again with another fantastic one.